Welcome to Heartlifting Solutions. And what I want to show you today is how to play and have fun with this challenge. I want to show you how we can bring lightness to these tougher behaviors by using higher level skills that stick to our foundation of keeping connections right side up, recognizing what's going right, and being really clear with our rules. So the challenge was, this was an actual challenge brought to me last week by an educator, is that the class routine was for students to come in, sit in a square on the floor. The child comes in and does initially sit on the floor, but then goes right into balancing on their bottom, lifts their legs up high into the air, and we'll put them down. So now we have a behavior that's both unsafe for kids sitting nearby and disruptive to teaching and learning. First thing I want us to do is to really sink into recognizing that educator, because she did a beautiful job being really crystal clear with her rules on the first day, that we sit in a square, hands inside the square, water bottle inside the square. She was calm, she was caring, and trying to stop the behavior. Okay, these kids and their behaviors are complex. So I am not here offering you that magic solution. I don't know what's going to work for this child, but what I do know is that you're going to see in my sharing that there are new ways to tackle these behaviors that are going to leave you feeling good. So the simplest would obviously be to cue the child to put their feet down without any words at all, maybe a tap on the foot and a point to the floor. The shift I want us to make right then is that we're going to go swiftly, instantaneously into recognizing what's going right. So I might say, let's call the child Ty. Ty, as soon as I pointed at the floor for your feet, you looked right at me. That was respectful. I know that you're going to get reset and get your feet on the floor and keep everybody safe in this classroom. I could try that and see if it worked. But the cool part of having higher level skills is you have more than one. You have a bunch of things to pull out of your toolkit that you didn't have before. So I might shift into something like, might sound like this. Ty, I need you to get your feet on the floor. I need everybody to see how you are thinking outside of the box, and I need your help to do that. And I might explain to the kids, I thought my rule was clear, but Ty, he was thinking outside the box, and he was showing me that it really wasn't as clear as I thought, because we didn't talk anything about where our feet were going to go. We talked about them being inside the square, but you can see when his feet are up like they were, that was still inside the square. So thank you, Ty, for helping me get clear. You're really helping the rest of us be safety conscious. Now, NHA and Heartlifting Solutions is all about inclusivity. So the focus isn't going to be just on that child who's misbehaved. We want to be able to spread to others. How many other people in this room right now have their feet on the floor inside their square? I can see you. I can see you did it, and you did it, and you did it. You knew the rule even before I told you what it was, even before I was as clear as I could have been. You're forward thinkers and safety conscious. And then I can flip right back to Ty and say, and look at you, your feet are down there now. Now you're forward thinking and safety conscious too. I might also realize that right away that, okay, this is an unsafe situation, and I'm afraid someone's going to get kicked in the head with a foot. So I might ask the child next to the square to move. So let's say that child's name is Aaron. And I might say, Aaron, I would just like to ask you to reset and move to this square over there. And right away, I'm going to go into recognitions. I asked you to move and you did it right away. You are so cooperative. One of the big things in our higher level skills in the course that I want to be running for you is, how do we connect those children back to the classroom, and how do we connect the kids to each other? That's a super important missing link that I think that we have had. We're often very connected to the child, but they're not connected to their peers. So how do we do that? How do we connect that child back to the class? So as Ty is putting his feet down, I might start saying things like, see what you're doing right now? You're looking after your friends. And I might ask Aaron, for instance, to say, could you recognize Ty right now for looking after his friends? If I haven't taught the children how to do recognitions, I would guide them through that. So could you look Ty right in the eye? Ty, look back at Aaron and tell him, thank you for putting your feet down. So Aaron would say, thank you for putting your feet down. And then I would cue the because, thank you for putting your feet down because, and see what Aaron comes up with. Aaron might say, because now I feel safer, or now I can listen to the teacher, or now it's not distracting. Let Aaron finish that sentence. And then you're connecting the two kids back together. See how you were looking after Aaron right now, Ty? You're a good friend. I might also try on another day. So we don't always have to solve the behavior on that day. It might take a week, it might take another day, it might take another experience for us to really start eliminating that behavior. So I might ask Ty at another time, I might nab him and say, Ty, you really helped me understand that I wasn't clear on my rule. And I was wondering if you could help me teach the rest of the students tomorrow how to be clear on what that rule actually looks like. So I might take a minute in class and have him go through how we're going to teach it. I'm going to have you up here at the front of the classroom, and I'm going to say, Ty, can you show them what it looks like to be inside the square safely with our feet inside, our feet on the ground, our bum on the floor, our hands inside, and our water bottle. And he's going to show that. Now, can you show us what it looks like to not be safe? So that I'm actually giving him a new neural pathway. I'm training his brain to do it a different way by him actually doing it. If I were the classroom teacher, which this teacher wasn't, she was a Rotary teacher. If I were the classroom teacher and I had gym with the children, I would probably do it in gym class as a teaching opportunity. So we're going to practice, we're going to play this game. And in this game, we're going to practice being inside our square and being safe. And Ty's going to help us with that. Or Ty showed us that we needed to tighten up the rules on that. That was so brilliant of him to be looking after us and making sure we're safe. So the game, I'm just creating one now. The game might be, we're going to move in different ways around the gym. And when you hear the number 9, you're all going to drop to the ground and show us where your feet can't be. So you can have your feet in the air, your feet outside your imaginary square that you make. I might even put hula hoops around the gym as to be, when you hear a number, you have to jump inside a hula hoop. So 9, and so everybody gets in their hula hoop. Oh, I see feet in the air. I see feet outside of their hula hoop. And then, when I clap my hands twice, you're outside of the hula hoop and you're moving, you're galloping, whatever movement I want. And then I might yell the number 3. And in the game, the rule would be when you hear the number 3, you have to show me how you sit safely inside that hula hoop with feet on the ground, bottom on the ground, hands inside, your imaginary water bottle inside. And so that we just have fun playing the game, practicing the rule, creating that neural pathway in our head. I could also, as students enter the class the next day, I could start, and I probably would, start reviewing the rules with them. But I'm not reviewing it in the old way where we say, remember, feet on the ground, bottom in the square, hands inside. I'm going to start reviewing it by predicting success and moving right into recognitions. So as the students enter the classroom, I'm so happy to have you all with me today. I can see people walking towards their square. Look, student A just sat down, their bottom's inside the square. I noticed student B put their water bottle inside their square. I don't see anybody with feet in the air right now. Beautiful job keeping each other safe. Another thing I could try is asking Ty the next day, once we've retaught the rule, here's what your job is today. I drew a square on the board and I want you to see if you can catch 3 people who are showing you that they know the rule, that there's no feet in the air, and just go and write their name. You don't need to put your hand up, just scoot up there and write your name. I also might ask Aaron, I might say, Aaron, could you on your hand just keep track of how many times you notice Ty with his feet inside the square and how many times he's keeping you safe and how great that makes you feel so that you can recognize him at the end for that. Yeah, so I wanted just to mention shame there. We're not ever doing these things to shame that child. You can see from my energy and the way I'm speaking with the children and the way I'm connecting them, that this is about us seeing each other's greatness and focusing on what's going right and focusing on how we look after each other. So I hope you can see and hear that I can add creativity and fun while I'm helping eliminate the behavior because my confidence is so high in the skills that I have. And when you see these skills stop behavior, when you see connection being built between your students, and you are able to use it in this way that just feels so right, you're going to be not feeling frustrated. So instead of feeling frustrated, exhausted, and worried, you get to feel instead confident and hopeful and energized and connected. And that's the magic. That's what I want to share with 6 educators in the Creating the Connected Classroom course. So if this is resonating with you, we have 3 spots that are left, and we would absolutely love for you to join us. To your greatness.